Suspension absorbs the road shocks and provides the comfortable ride for the passengers. Suspension can be classified as rigid suspension and independent suspension. The components of suspensions are springs, shock absorber, and stabilizer bar. The figure shows different types of spring used in the suspension system in the automobile. Coil springs, air spring, single leaf spring, torsion bar, multi-leaf springs. These are the springs we can use in the suspension system to absorb the shocks. Characteristics of the spring. The ideal spring for automotive suspension would absorb the road shocks quickly and then returns to its normal position slowly. However, this is difficult to attain. An extremely flexible or soft spring allows too much movement. A stiff or hard spring gives the too much rough ride. The softness or hardness of the spring is referred to its rate. The rate of spring is the weight required to deflect it by the 1 inch. Hence, while selecting the springs, the appropriate rate of the spring should be selected. The spring should not be too much soft and the spring should not be too much hard to get the comfortable ride. Then suspension consists of springs. Springs are mounted at each wheel and they absorb the road shocks when the vehicle travels on the potholes or the speed breakers. The springs are of various types, namely, first, lip spring. Lip springs are multi-layered steel plates clamped together to absorb the shocks. You can use the composite lip springs also to improve the performance. Second, coil springs. The coil springs are made up of thick steel wires wound in the spring forms. Mainly, the coil springs are used in Scorpio and Bolero front suspension system. Third, torsion bar. Torsion bar are long steel rod of either circular or square cross section. The springing action is generated by the torsional forces when the torsion bar is twisted. Generally, in Scorpio 4-wheel drive front suspension system, we use torsion bar. Second, shock absorbers. Spring absorb the road shocks. While absorbing the shocks, the springs is compressed. However, due to the characteristics of spring, the absorbed shock will release immediately with the rebound of the springs. Hence, the vehicle will start oscillating after the encountering of the road irregularity. To avoid this, we have to use the shock absorber. The purpose of shock absorber is to absorb the shock when the spring starts oscillating. Thus, it provides the smooth riding to the passenger. The shock absorbers are hydraulic, double acting type or gas filled type. As shown in figure, hydraulic shock absorber is shown with the bump wall. Then the cutaway of shock absorber. The shock absorber consists of the piston cylinder assembly with the absorbing element as a air. In this case, we have used the air chamber for the shock absorption. The figure shows two sectional views of the shock absorber during compression. First figure is for compression and second is for the rebound. While the either action, the piston is moving, the fluid in the shock absorber is being forced through the small opening which restrain the spring movement. Here there are the small holes which restrain the spring movement. Actually, There are the small holes in the shock absorber that opens when internal pressure becomes excessive, and when the valves are open, the slightly faster spring movement is occur. Hence we get the rebound of the spring. Third, stabilizer bar. Stabilizer bar are fitted on the axle to reduce the amount of body roll. When vehicle is cornered, the stabilizer bar acts as a torsion bar and it restricts the excessive body roll. In this figure, this is the stabilizer bar. You can see stabilizer bar here which restrict the excessive body roll. Types of suspension. First is rigid suspension. In rigid suspension, both wheels in the axle are connected to the rigid frame of or tube. In this case, both wheels are connected to the rigid frame. The road irregularities encountered by the one wheel is partially passed to the other wheel. As you can see in this case, on the other side of the wheel there is a irregularity which affects the another wheel position for the suspension. So this is the rigid suspension in which both wheels are subjected to the rigid frame or tube. Independent suspension. In case of independent suspension, each wheel is mounted separately. The road irregularities encountered by one wheel is absorbed by the other wheel. In this case, both wheel has separate suspension system. As you can see, when the irregularity is there on the one wheel, it cannot transfer to the another wheel. In both cases, the vehicle is stable. So this is more suitable. IFS, independent front suspension, is used in Bolero and Scorpio. Exactly opposite is IRS, independent rear suspension. Then for the front wheel suspension, there is a coil spring type of wheel suspension in which there is a coil which is attached to the steering knuckle. Here the wheel is mounted on the spindle. This is the upper arm control and this is the spring which absorbs the shocks. The movement is stabilized by the stabilizer bar which is attached to the stabilizer link. The lower body ball joint is used to carry the weight of vehicle. The coil spring are mounted on the lower control arm. The coil spring is mounted on lower control arm. The control arm is pivoted on the car frame. This control arm is pivoted on the car frame. So that it can swing up and down. On the outer end, the control arms are connected to the ball joint to the steering knuckle which supports the front wheels. The ball joint supports the weight of car and they allow the wheel to move in up and down direction. Next is coil spring on the upper control arm. The action is same as that of coil spring front suspension system which has springs sitting on the lower control arm. Here is a spring sitting on lower control arm. The working is same. Coil spring between I-beam and the frame. This is the I-beam and frame. There is a coil spring above each I-beam positioned between I-beam and the seat of the frame. I-beam and the seat of the frame. As the wheel meet bumps and holes in the road, the I-beam pivot up and down, compressing on and expanding the springs. The I-beam is compressing and expanding the spring during the irregularities of the road, and we get the shock absorber due to the I-beam and spring. Torsion bar front suspension. The suspension system uses the transverse torsion bar. The torsion bar twisted itself, which acts as a spring to absorb the shock. The front suspension of the front drive car using the longitudinal torsion bar. These are the longitudinal torsion bar. The bars are locked at near to the frame. They are locked to the near to the frame. They are attached at the front to the inner end of the lower control arm to absorb the shock. Next is leaf spring front suspension. This is the leaf spring. Leaf springs are used at the rear of some passenger cars. Trucks are often used leaf spring in the front. The leaf spring is made up of several long plates of the metal. As you can see, there is a frame, this is a bumper, and this is a leaf spring attached to the frame. This is front hanger and this is a rear shackle. Rear shackle provides the movement to the spring to absorb the displacement or amplitude of the shock. This is the axle housing on which the spring is mounted. The leaf spring is in the combination of several long plates. On the front shackle, there is a pivot point which allows the leaf spring to absorb the shock, which absorbs the displacement of the shock. Leaf spring in the rear suspension system. Mostly in trucks we have seen this type of suspension system. So this is the suspension systems used in the automobile. Thank you.